Ladies and gentlemen, you hold in your hands the most powerful force known to man, the ability to direct your thoughts with purpose. And yet, how many of us let the day slip by without ever taking stock of what we've done, where we're going, or who we are becoming? I say to you today, success is not forged in the morning light. It is cemented in the quiet hours of the night, when you sit with your own soul, when you look honestly in the mirror of your day and ask, what did I build today? What did I break? What will I do better tomorrow? This is the practice of reflection and refinement, and it is the secret habit of the successful. Before we embark on this journey of transformation, I urge you take decisive action now. Tap the like button as a symbol of your commitment to growth. Subscribe not just to this channel, but to the idea that success is a daily decision. Strike the bell icon and let it be a reminder that each new message may hold the spark of your next breakthrough. And most importantly, share this message, because success multiplies only when it is shared. Now, let us begin. Thought is the seed of all power. It is the origin of every invention, every fortune, every transformation of self. Nothing, absolutely nothing, comes into existence without first being born in the realm of thought. And just as the farmer prepares the soil before he plants the seed, so too must you prepare your mind before you rest. Each night, before you surrender to sleep, take a moment to plant with intention. Cast away idle thoughts of doubt, regret, and fear. Replace them with visions of what you desire to become. Feed your mind with images of triumph, with affirmations of strength, with the unwavering belief that tomorrow holds greater promise than today. Do not let your mind wander unchecked into the wilderness of worry. Instead, guide it like a skilled gardener. Sow thoughts of abundance, of purpose, of courage. Reflect on what you did today, not to condemn yourself, but to learn, to correct, to refine. For the thoughts you entertain before sleep take root in the fertile soil of your subconscious and begin to shape the world you will walk into tomorrow. Every empire of achievement was once just a thought, nurtured and revisited with faith. So I say to you, plant wisely, think deliberately, end each day by deciding what your next one will become. That is how you begin to master your destiny. Honest reflection reveals the truth, and truth is power. There is no greater force for growth than the ability to look yourself in the eye and speak plainly to your own soul, not with blame, not with self-pity, but with unshakable honesty. Each day, life hands you experiences, some wins, some losses, and many lessons in disguise. But the value of these moments is not in what happened, but in how you respond to them. And response begins with reflection. When the noise of the world quiets and the distractions fade into the background, that is the moment you must turn inward and ask the hard questions. Did I live today according to my purpose? Did I act with integrity? Where did I fall short? Not because I am weak, but because I am still growing. To reflect honestly is to take the mask off, not for others, but for yourself. It requires courage, for the truth is not always comfortable. But it is the only place from which real power emerges. The individual who sees clearly is the one who can course, correct, who can adapt, who can rise stronger tomorrow than they stood today. Truth is not your enemy. It is your compass, and it is through reflection that you read its direction. Those who run from it remain trapped in illusion, but those who face it head on begin to harness a quiet kind of power, the kind that builds character, forges discipline, and clears the path toward true success. So do not fear the mirror of your own mind. Look into it nightly, ask what is real, and with that truth in hand, rise the next morning armed with the power to do better, to be better, and to move with purpose. Refinement is the chiseling of greatness. It is the deliberate act of shaping the raw material of who you are into the masterpiece of who you are meant to become. No sculptor begins with perfection. They begin with a block of stone, unformed, untouched, full of potential. And so it is with you. You are not meant to be flawless from the start. You are meant to be molded, piece by piece, day by day, and that molding happens not in grand moments, but in small decisions, quiet realizations, and the consistent effort to improve upon yesterday. Each evening gives you a chance to take up the chisel. You must ask, what can I smooth out? What sharp edge can I soften? What habit can I carve away? Refinement is the conscious act of self-editing. It is choosing discipline over comfort, clarity over confusion, progress over stagnation, and it does not demand perfection. It demands presence. It requires you to see yourself not as a finished product, but as a work in glorious progress. Greatness is never accidental. It is sculpted. It is shaped with intention, with patience, with persistence. Every misstep is an opportunity to adjust. Every mistake, a chance to learn. And every day, when ended in reflection, becomes a new chance to sharpen your character, your craft, your calling. Do not curse your imperfections. Instead, pick up the chisel of refinement and work on them with purpose. For the life of your highest vision is hidden within the stone, and it is waiting for you to bring it forth. Purpose thrives on consistent correction. It is not enough to have a purpose. You must stay aligned with it. A clear goal can lose all its power if you drift off course and never notice. That's why correction is not a punishment. It is a privilege. It is the opportunity to bring your actions, your mindset, and your energy back in line with what matters most. Imagine a ship sailing across the ocean. Even with the best map and the most skilled captain, it will not stay perfectly on course without regular checks, minor adjustments, and constant recalibration. The wind will push, the waves will rise, and distractions will appear on the horizon, but the captain who stops to correct, even by just a single degree, will still arrive at the destination. The one who does not may find himself lost. And so it is with you. Your purpose is your destination, but you must examine your course. Each evening grants you that chance. It's not about judgment. It's about asking, did today bring me closer to what I believe in? Did I speak, act, and think in a way that honors the life I want to live? Where did I veer off track? And how can I correct it tomorrow? Correction is power in motion. It is proof that you are awake, aware, and committed to your path. Consistency in reflection ensures that you do not wander too far. It prevents a week of distraction from turning into a year of delay, and it gives you the ability to steer your life with precision. Purpose does not demand perfection. It demands attention. And through small, steady corrections, you can build a life of immense impact, one that is not just lived, but led. The man who ends each day wiser than he began is destined to win, not because he is the most talented, not because he has the most resources, but because he understands that growth is the greatest advantage a person can possess. And growth, true growth, does not happen by accident. It is chosen daily. Each day presents lessons. Some are wrapped in success, others in struggle, but the real question is not whether the lessons exist. The question is whether you are paying attention. Are you gathering wisdom from what unfolds around you? Are you learning from your mistakes without letting them define you? Are you extracting value from your victories without letting them inflate you? The individual who chooses to grow even 1 inch in understanding, 1 degree in self-awareness, 1 step in mastery, builds momentum that compounds beyond measure. And that compounding is the secret that separates the merely busy from the truly great. You see, winning is not about massive, sudden breakthroughs. It is about the quiet commitment to be better than you were the day before, to reflect at day's end and ask, what did I discover? What did life teach me today? What part of myself did I confront, refine, or overcome, and then to carry that wisdom forward like a torch, lighting the path ahead? Such a person becomes unstoppable, not because the world bends to their will, but because they bend themselves toward excellence with patience and persistence. While others are sleeping in complacency, they are quietly evolving. While others repeat the same day over and over again, they are crafting a new future, one choice at a time. So remember this: it is not what you do alone that determines your destiny, but what you learn from what you do. And when you make it your mission to end each day just a little wiser, the outcome is no longer a question of if, but when, because the man who grows daily cannot help but win eventually. My friends, do not let your days blur together in a haze of unawareness. Live deliberately, reflect deeply, refine constantly, end each day like a master craftsman examining his work, knowing tomorrow he will rise again and shape it further. As I've said before, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But only when it is guided daily by the lantern of self-awareness and the courage to change. Now go forth and end this day with reflection and refinement. Your greatness depends on it. Thank you.